Okay, we're back, and now it's time to mash our mashed potatoes. Now, you notice that in the previous segment, I had our mashed potatoes in a colander, resting to get the rest of the water out. Now I've just taken the pan that I cooked them in, dumped the water out, and put the potatoes back in it, because these are actually going to stay in the crock pot for the rest of the day, which makes it much easier on you because you're not trying to mash potatoes as you're trying to get a turkey out and everything else. So what I've done is I have taken, oh boy, yeah, you're going to hate me for this one, a cup of buttermilk, fat lard, 6 ounces of cream cheese with chives, even worse, and then half a stick of butter to top that off. And then melted it in the microwave so it's nice and pliable. Now, it depends on how many people you're serving as to how many potatoes you're going to make. Our gathering is fairly small, and for the sake of the segments, I'm just doing a small bunch of potatoes. Now, a lot of people like their potatoes whippy and smooth. I actually kind of like mine with little chunks in them because they taste more homemade to me. Now, if you like your mashed potatoes whippy and smooth, you're going to have to get out your hand mixer and do it that way. I use the old-fashioned one. Yep, old-fashioned schoolgirl here. And I'm just going to start mashing these down a bit. And you can follow my lead or you can do it the other way. Either is fine. Now, if you're using a hand mixer, you probably want to add just a little bit of liquid to help get that mixer going. Otherwise, the potatoes probably get stuck in the beaters. Okay. Now I'm going to start to gradually add my liquid. Now, this isn't an exact science, like I was saying. It depends on how many people you're serving, how many potatoes you're making, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm going to do is start out with half of my mixture, and I've done 5 large potatoes, just to give you an idea. You might have to make more of this mixture if you're serving a very large group, which is fine. Just use the same recipe and do it again. Now, if you'll notice, every other recipe that I've done has contained no salt, none whatsoever. Now this one, it's going to need some salt, unfortunately. I hate to do it, but a good mashed potato is a good mashed potato. Now just keep working your mashed potatoes. And once you get to a point where you can, start the whipping process. And I just use the beater. You can use a fork or your electric mixer, either one. Now these need a little bit more fluid, but go slow because you don't want soupy mashed potatoes. You want them just the right consistency. Pliable, but not soggy. And I think this is probably going to do it. With that being said, and I know I have the right amount of fluid in here, I'm going to go ahead and use my sea salt shaker, give it a couple of twists. I don't want to add too much, but potatoes are bland, so you have to add a lot of flavoring to them. And then I love a lot of pepper, so I'm going to go more crazy with my pepper grinder than I did with my salt. You just want enough to make them taste great. And don't forget that you also have your chive and onion cream cheese in here, which is going to kick it up quite a bit. Okay, just keep smashing until you get to the consistency that you desire. And that's it. Those are your smashed potatoes. Then just put them in your crock pot. Turn down low. I wouldn't even turn it, not even low. I think there's a warm setting. Turn on warm. The lowest setting you have, just turn on there. We just want them nice and warm. We don't want them to keep cooking. They're already done. We just want them warm so that when we're ready for dinner, they're ready for us, right? Okay. So anyway, we are in such good shape. We haven't even put the turkey in yet, which is coming right up, by the way. So get your shirt on with your sleeves pulled up. Go back to segment 1 and see how you do all that. It's all there. And then from there, all we have left to do is caramelize our shallots and saute our green beans, assemble our salad, and make our gravy. And we are done. Oh, whipped cream. Yep, we're going to do that in a little bit here. Get your turkey in and get your mashed potatoes in the crock pot. And you're in such good shape. I knew you could do this. Easy, right? We didn't do anything hard. I'll see you in a few minutes. And by the way, curl your hair, put on your makeup. This is the time to do all that stuff after you get that turkey in. But we'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Bye.